thrill a minute ride like all towers, or Thorpe Park. One more like the one where you're in the car and the map is hitting the driver in the face and someone's sitting on the map going, are we there yet? Are we there yet? But we got through it, and we got through it together. And we were battered, bruised, possibly banned from 2 venues, but we got through it together. And that, everyone, is what this team is all about. You don't just turn up, you show up. Week in, week out. And if you ever need proof that football is chaos, held together by more character than a Netflix drama, it's with these nice boys here. I want to take a minute, a sincere moment, yes, I agree with you, to mention some people that haven't won awards, but I think were integral to who we were last season. There are 4 players leaving us this year because they had the audacity to grow too old. Without you guys, we probably wouldn't even got games on last year, so thank you very much. David, he found it tough this season, I know. Going from 5-a-side football to 11-a-side football was a massive change, but he kept coming, he kept putting the effort in, and I think if he wants to put the effort in, if he wants to go further, as long as he keeps training, he can definitely play Saturday League football. Stanley, who works behind the bar, so it might be why he's late. Again, there's another player, he actually messaged me privately and asked for private lessons. He wanted extra lessons to go on, and he ended up signing for Bedford Academy. He started off having only ever played 5-a-side football before, again, like Stan. So, David, that shows you how much effort he put in. So if he applies that to his future life as well as football, he can go anywhere he wants. Josh, the man in the gloves, a position that not anyone else wants to play in, but everyone else has got an opinion about. They all want to tell you how to do it, but they don't want to go and do it themselves, mate. A few players and adults could learn a lot from you, Josh. You've got 1 clean sheet this season. You carry yourself with class, no fuss, no drama. Just head down, get it done. And when we worked on your goal kicks, you didn't resist, you didn't roll your eyes, you didn't pretend that you knew it all. You listened, you adapted. You're a coach's dream. And if you apply that to the rest of your life again, you'll do really well. You're a credit to yourself, your parents, and the badge. Well done. And lastly, I don't know if you want to applaud that bit. And last of the 4 mob is Alex, or Bob is the number they call him. A slow burner, I'd say. A player who, and I hope you don't mind me saying, probably didn't expect league football to be as quick as it was. But you adapted, you learned, and you showed that speed of thought beats speed of feet. You were running the tactical line like a general. You went from CDM to challenging our defenders, our more established defenders, for a shirt every week. If the season had carried on longer, you would have been a starter week in, week out. And when you were injured, your sideline management against Caterham, mate, you turned into a mini Mourinho. Tactical awareness, player management, if you ever fancy coaching football, that would be lucky to have you. Just don't start wearing a trench coat and fighting referees, mate. Now, I've got some special recognition awards here, mainly for players that are leaving us. Well, actually, 3 of the players are leaving us. First up is Elliot. Now, if there is a medal for played 45 minutes in a broken boot like a warrior, you would win it hands down. I'll reiterate, for those who weren't aware, this man played 45 minutes away at Aston with his boot literally held together with duct tape and hope, basically. And you look like a penguin doing CrossFit, but a nice one. But that's the problem. That's the thing. He kept going. One-flippered, fearless. You're not just a player, you're a hawk and a legend. So if you'd like to come up. Anyone that hasn't signed it already, could you all sign it for Elliot? That's yours, mate. Well done. Congratulations. And I just want to say as well, the reason that you didn't get as many minutes was down. It was my fault, not yours, mate. Keep going. You can be a footballer. It's all there for you, mate. Honestly, well done. Now the next one. Someone's been said. This one, I was going to get Neil to come, but he hasn't turned up yet, has he? No. So let's get Kevin and Jade up. Actually, you can come and do it. You can present this award. It's for Reese. No. So, you probably guessed who's going to win this award. Calum knows what he's getting anyway. Oh, it's Stanley. Oh, mate.
I'm Neil's point.
Oh, Neil. Excellent. He's timed it just right. You can sit down here if you want, guys. You can come in as well. Neil, I want you to present this award for me. So for those of you that don't know, Neil's the original manager of the Hawks. Neil entrusted these boys to me, and I like to think that I've carried on everything that he wanted. There are lots of teams in football where it's win at all costs. Neil and I are very much in the camp of play at all costs. You should enjoy football at all costs. Yes, we both want to win before, during and after games, but it's not the be-all and end-all for us. I mean, this is what we want to see. The boys hanging out, having a good time, becoming teammates and brothers. So I think that's where we are. I'm just going to give a bit this award out. We're going to miss one because Charlie's not here. If you want to say anything else afterwards, I'll be more than happy. Because this next award goes to Calum. So Calum, an OG, one of the original Hawks, the first goal of the season winner, and a goal so good we're still talking about 6 years later. Even if you didn't quite mean it. And what's more, he admitted he didn't quite mean it. I just shut my eyes and hit it, boss.
You should never admit
and never admit that. A player that I think proves that minutes don't matter, moments do. Where you didn't probably get as many minutes as everyone else did, the minutes you did get, you made stand out. You didn't stop, you came to every training session, week in, week out, and that shows true character, mate. So well done, this was for you. I don't know if Neil wants to...
Very good.
Sorry. Good job. Good job.
Okay, yeah. Make yourself.
Got it? Right, we'll look at you, mate. Yeah. I just want to give any extra words about Calum.
Yeah, I mean, I'd echo everything that John said there. Calum tries hard 100% of the time. And it doesn't always come off, but we know that you're trying really, really hard. And some of the occasions you've come out and played against some tough sides and done it really, really well. It's a real shame that you're not carrying on. But well done.
At that point, because Charlie is leaving as our vice captain, I would just like to say here and now that Charlie A has been unanimously agreed to be our vice captain for next season. So well done, Charlie. Now a couple of shout-outs for people that didn't quite get awards, but still make us tick, and so I just wanted to give them a little nod. George, captain, but son of the gaffer. That's difficult. You handled it, and 7 goals in your first season as a striker at under 17 level shows you what going transitioning from centre back to centre forward. Really well done, mate. Excellent. Well done. Reese, our last-minute hero in the last game of the season. Thought you'd snatch the draw for us. You waited till the end of the season to do it, but that's you. Typical. You might not always get there on time, but you always do get there, fella. So well done. At one point, I thought it was going to have to come off your backside to go in, but you snatched it. Excellent. Well done, Reese. And last one, Noah. Top scorer of 8 goals. We don't do top scorer awards, but if we did, you'd get that one. 1 cheeky assist. The most important thing about this was Noah missed a lot of the season because he was working, fair enough. But we know your sort of character. So you were 2 goals behind George all the way up to the end of the season, rocked up for the last game of the season, scored 2 goals, said enough done and win. If you get those spread out for the whole of next season, if you could sign up for me and do the whole season, it'd be amazing. But no, well done, excellent to get those 2 goals, to get top scorers, really well done. And I just want to say, this is what sums the Hawks up. It's that last game of of last season. We were 4-1 down against a fairly good Reigate side that had given us an absolute battering in the home game. I've written the crowd were murmuring, the heads were dropping, and we could have packed it in, but not you lot. You didn't. You kept going. You fought back, 4-4. Madness, magic, mayhem. The goal from Reece, an absolute hurler from Rory, and one where we nearly took the lead where he smashed the bar. It's probably still shaking out, I have to take it down. And then the softest penalty I've ever seen given. It was like someone tripping over their shoelace and calling 999. It went in, we lost. But we walked off the pitch with our heads held high. Because that wasn't a defeat, it was proof. We are the Hawks. We fight, we scrap, we rise, we go again. And now time for the official awards. This season we've had the most amount of votes ever, which says to me is you're all pushing yourselves on, you're all acknowledging each other. You're becoming, like I say, it's a hackneyed phrase, you're becoming like a brotherhood now, and it's really pleasing to see. So first one we're going to give is an absolute landslide. It was the goal of the season. But before we give it, because everyone knows who's won it, but a couple of shout-outs. He's not here today, unfortunately, but Ollie scored, it was his first season, scored away at Reigate, an absolute banger. Top corner, and he turned around after he scored it, and he just started, my nose is bleeding. I was like, oh, is that because you're so far up the pitch? I was joking. I didn't realise his nose was actually bleeding. I didn't care, I was too busy celebrating. George, your second game up top for us as a striker against Stoney, the best defence in the division. You scored a worldie, well done. And Rory, the cool as ice in the comeback game. If you could have just kept the second shot a little bit lower so it would have gone in, it would have all been happy, but the goal you scored was excellent. But the goal of the season, one that silenced even the parents WhatsApp group chat, was Dominic versus the Hornets. An absolute screaming into the top corner that screamed so loud, it was louder than me trying to get Calum to chat back. So Dominic, come and get your award, mate. Well done. I can never tell if he's taking it. I think he's drawing it rather than taking pictures. Right, Players Player of the Year. We were going to give this. I was going to ask Charlie Kidd to present this one, but let's get Charlie Ansell to. No, we can't get Charlie Ansell. Because he's doing another one. Reece, you can come up and present an award.
Right, can I just say I've not pissed myself.
So the Players Player of the Year award is the one that is the most important because it's voted for by your teammates. And like I say, we haven't had as many votes for these awards. We've had more votes this year than we've ever had. So you're all achieving great things, and all your peers are recognising that. So that's why we are now doing the first, second, and third. So the third place for this one was Jamie, but he's not here. So we'll take that one. Someone will have to claim that on his behalf. You can take that one if you want, on his behalf. The second place was Noah. So Noah, come and grab the award. And winner of this year's Players Player of the Year award, top line, just been announced vice captain, Charlie A. Right, so this one is going to... Cheers, mate, thank you. You can go back and keep waiting yourself. So this one, I was going to ask Phil to present, but he's not here. So, Steve, if you'd like to come and do the honours. While Steve is coming up, I would just like to say, normally, Steve sometimes helps me out. Because the club secretary's here, he didn't help out too often, so... right, so the top three for this one... Supporters Player of the Year. So, third place is George. Well done, George. place for supporters player of the year is Rory. We're taking this picture and we've all got your bums on the video. And the last one, unfortunately, he can't be here either tonight. So, Charlie, I'm going to have to ask you to come up again. As vice captain, you're going to accept this on his behalf. Supporters player of the year was Jamie. Stay here, Charlie, stay here. You're going to present the next award. I'm going to get under that. Why is it one of the tallest players who's decided to sit in the smallest gap? Right, so as last year's winner of most improved player, Charlie's going to present this award. So, honourable mentions, Charlie A himself, you levelled up from last year even, you improved and on, but he's so much this. Alex, huge growth and tactical maturity, you did really well. Like I said earlier on, if the season had gone, carried on going a bit longer, you'd have been a first choice start. So well done, Alex. Another shout out to Josh, from side to shore handage. Well done, Josh. But the winner of this award, a midfield boss. 4 goals, 4 assists, and 100% more confidence and 100% improvement from last year. Second award of the evening, Dominic. Last one, manager's player of the year. I'm going to ask George to come present this one as winner of last year's version. You haven't got yourself with you? No. So, this one, my award goes this year to a player who I'm going to describe as the glue that held this team together this year. He played everywhere, did everything I asked, was consistent, reliable, and the kind of teammate everyone loves. 6 assists, 6 goals, 20 games, didn't miss a minute, Mr. Dependable, Mr. I got this, Rory Franklin. Yeah. So, final thoughts. These go to the players. Awards are great. They're just the sparkles. The real magic, that's in every tackle, every team talk, every my ball. We win as a team, we don't draw, we never draw. We lose as a team, but we always rise, as Hawks. So tonight, or this afternoon, celebrate, eat chicken wings, pose with trophies, laugh till your sides hurt. Because next season, it's our last one. Our last dance. Our final chance to make history, to leave it all out there. To write the kind of story people will talk about long after we stop playing. One team, one heartbeat, one legacy. Let's make it count. Hawks forever. Thank you very much.
You know full well that I'm going to do something. So I've been asked to do the speech this year again, so as a little joke, let's kick this off, shall we? What a season we have had again. From dogs on the pitch, one man at our home ground running about 100 laps of the pitch to make us parents look extra unfit, to some awful ref decisions, some not very nice teams making what could have been devastating tackles, penalty shootouts, football matches in what can only be described as questionable yet British weather, and yours truly over here doing a rugby tackle on the side. But with all of this in mind, and I cannot praise these lads enough, the way they have held their heads in all situations, pulled together for support with each other in the good and the bad times, they are truly an amazing bunch. George, you are an amazing captain. I love the way you place your arms around anyone who is feeling bad after a game to make them feel better, and the way that you always pick up the team regardless what's happening. You should be very, very proud of yourself. To the dads who run the sidelines, thank you very much for this. I would do it, but even after all these years, I cannot understand the offside rule, so I will never be doing this. But now for the main man himself, John. What can we all say about you? Yet again, you have done an amazing job this season. How you still have a voice at the end of each game, I will never understand. I thought I was loud, but you give me a run for my money. We all want to simply say thank you. Thank you for everything you do. Getting up early, training sessions, organising everything, and the support of the lads. You're just amazing. Your kindness to us parents too is lovely. Getting the lads to give the mums a round of applause the day before Mother's Day, and then doing the same on the last game when they applauded us for bringing them to every game really shows your thoughtfulness towards everybody. We have one last season left, John, only a few more months of all of this, and then we will give you permission to hang up your football boots and finally have a lay-in on a Saturday morning. So can I please get 3 cheers for John? Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip!
We've got some gifts for you. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. God, these huge things. Charlie, someone else back.
It's the first time anyone said that If someone doesn't jump out of this box, I'm going to be very disappointed. Is that where Charlie kicks videos on?
There you go. There you go. Do you want to pull the bag up there? I'll leave that there 'cause it's heavy.
Thank you so much. Honestly, I just want to say, I genuinely only do this because I do love football, but I love working with these boys. There's such a great bunch of lads to work with, and I might not always seem like that when I'm shooting the show on the sidelines, but the reason I do it is because I see so much potential in all of them. And not just on the football pitch. It's going to sound really trite and awful, but some of the things I try and teach them on the pitch, I'm also trying to do for going forward as well. And these bunch of boys, let me tell you now, as a credit to all of you parents as well, which I couldn't have said if Alfie was here still, because that would have been a lie. But all these boys are going to make a difference in the world. It doesn't matter how big or how small, they will all make a difference, and you should all be really proud of them. And I love all honestly. I don't know what I'm going to be like next year, but I'm already in pieces this year because I'm not going to work with some of them. So thank you all for bringing us every game and making sure they play for us. Thank you.